Morning YouTube. So today we're going to get this remapped. So the RCZ GT going stage 1. Right, so just excuse me for a moment because I've just got into work. I always get into work about an hour early. Get the place warmed up and put the heating on. So to try and explain what's happened in the last week or so. So basically we arranged to go see an orange RCZ, orange red RCZ down Swindon, just outside of Bristol. That was a disaster. As you can see, we incurred a bit of cost on that. The next day I went down to Skegness to see the same colour, different wheels, and again it wasn't quite right. Great driving car, 100% great driving car, but made a little bit of work doing it here and there. So the garage agreed basically to take the car back. So yeah, that car went back. So a few days later, I actually vowed I wasn't going to look for another car. And of course you do, because that's what men do. And we seen one in Blackpool. So went down, saw it. It's absolutely, honestly, I'm not even joking, it is 99.5% immaculate, inside out, full service history. That was it, done. And we plan a few mods to go onto the car. So things are slowly starting to turn up through the post. So yeah, we're going to make it a little bit, just a little bit different. We're not going to go like Fast and Furious. We're not going Fast and Furious. All right, I think I'm a bit mature for that. Today, what we're doing is we've got a mobile unit coming out and they're going to put on a stage 1. So we've looked at the specs and the firm who's going to come out is called Roadrunner, and they're based in Darlington, which is in the northeast. Now their file is custom by a firm called Jorvik. Alright, now Jorvik is a Viking word. Obviously it is quite synonymous around this region to have certain things related to the Vikings. So yeah, Jorvik tuning. They've been apparently trading for about 25 years, and the file is just, you know, it's nigh on perfect, if not, you know, it is a stage 1. So it's going to increase the HP, so not the HP source, the horsepower. It's going up to 190. I've looked and I've seen a lot of files, you know, they'll go up to 200, 210 and so on. But after having a conversation with, you know, a tuning specialist, it's agreed that unless you're going to go kind of stage 2, where you're going to start replacing components within the car and you're not just putting electronic file on, then, you know, you don't want to crank it up too much, because all you're doing is putting pressure on the parts in the car, which then fail and you need to replace them with upgraded parts. So, you know, I don't need out and out speed. I wanted to get a bit better performance, a little bit more snappy through the clutch. You know, so when I drove the orange one, that felt as if it had a stage 1 on. So I kind of want that feeling for the white car. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go for that level, but without putting the extra stress and wear on the motor and the components. What I did forget to mention is I have invested in a better quality laptop. Now I know that doesn't mean anything to you guys, but believe me, it's going to transform the way I edit. I've gone full gaming laptop, pretty much future-proofed it. I can't believe I've spent that much money on a lump of plastic, but fingers crossed it's going to help the game. It's frustrating because the software I've got is great. I've got actually 2 versions of software, but the laptop, I've upgraded it as much as I could. I couldn't get any better. And obviously since we've started recording with the GoPro, the 4K level is just too high for the laptop to process it. So even though it does let me, you know, I might get crashes, it might jump, buffering takes ages, and so on and so on. So instead of sitting there pulling my invisible hair out, I finally bit the bullet and just went, you know, I'm spending loads of money at the minute, but I kind of need this for my own sanity. I spent roughly 9 hours trying to edit a vlog to literally get about 24 minutes into that vlog. So you can see, like, anybody who does the editing will understand, yeah, you've got to upgrade. So yeah, new laptop. Anyhow, I'm going to shut up, get on with this, and I'll catch you soon. All right. And the GoPro does work when there's no noise. When there's no noise, it works for me. Anyhow, so here we go. GoPro, stop recording. Nah, didn't work, did it? Totally bombed us off. So this is the thing, right? Here we go. This is how Natty talks. GoPro, stop recording. That's just not right. Like, why? It's not even funny. Nah. Yeah. GoPro, stop recording. Sean's holding the camera, and he's like me, and he hates being in front of the camera, whereas I've got use of it now. See, now the only problem is it's a wet day. There's a little weird deli van there, and it's hard to tell if there's any difference at all. Yeah. So as it stands, I don't know. So that kicked in the traction control. Did not normally. Well, it probably will, but it's that wet. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, that's the trouble happening in this weather.
Yeah. Yes, I don't know, Sean. That's the honest answer.
Right, okay.
I really don't know if I can feel any more power.
The only way that would be the case is if it was already mapped to start with.
Right. But yeah, a successful test drive without knowing. But that's not your fault. That's the weather.
Right.
But yeah, it's hard to tell because, like you're saying, with it's that wet, you can't feel anything different in the gear.
Yeah.
Or the axle, the pedal feels the same. It doesn't feel less, but that could be because it's that wet.
I think it probably is.
Stage 1 has been done on the Peugeot RCZ. Get a little certificate to keep with all your service history to say that's been done. That's actually a decent idea. I can't say I've ever been given that before. But obviously if you do sell on the car or you have any problems, you know, there's a bit of information there to go with it. That's not bad. The only problem with the remap is the weather. I know you can't really tell from out the window, but at the moment we're going through rain, snow, and the roads are soaking, absolutely drenched. So I kind of put the power down to actually see what the difference is. But statistics, so going from my certificate, 163 original, so we've gone for 190, and the reason for that is so we don't incur any problems mechanically with any original parts. Okay, the original torque was 340, which now goes to 400. So again, we should get some decent traction if it was dry, which it's not. So we're going to record it on a dry day. And I did try and take the car out, as you've seen, with Sean, but it just wouldn't put it down. And I even went with one of the back roads, and so the car's filthy now. It's absolutely covered in mud. So yeah, we'll give it another try on a dry day. But cost-wise, very cost-effective. I know personally you're looking somewhere in the region of, say, 250 and above for a stage 1. This guy only deals in remote services, so he'll come to you. So his overheads are less. So he actually does pass on the saving back to the customer. And I'll just verify, I have paid full price today. Okay, haven't got it for free. Yeah, unless he wants to send us some money back. Hi Sean. Anyhow, he might not, I doubt it. But he's running a business at the end of the day. But £190 is very, very reasonable. I think everybody will agree. So yeah, fingers crossed, we'll catch up on the stage 1 in a day or two, and fingers crossed the weather's better. Alright, so I'm going to crack on. Alright, GoPro, stop recording. Second day of wanting to do a test drive with the new stage 1. Yeah, it's not happening. We'll try again tomorrow.